Today, we're going to build a retro game console using a Raspberry Pi, and this sucker can play anything from Atari up to PlayStation games. To do this, you're going to need a Raspberry Pi Model 2 or Model 3, a micro SD card, a micro USB power supply, controller, an HDMI cable, and a TV to connect that to, obviously, and a keyboard is helpful for some of the menus. First thing you're going to need to do is download the RetroPie image onto your Windows, Mac, or Linux computer. And just head to retropie.org.uk, click the download link, and download the image for the model of Raspberry Pi you plan on using. Next, you'll use software called Etcher to burn the RetroPie image to your SD card. Go to etcher.io and click the download link for your operating system. Once that's all done, go ahead and launch Etcher. Select the RetroPie image, insert your SD card, and then select your SD card in Etcher, and then click the flash button. This can take a little while to complete, so sit back and relax and let it do its thing. When it is done, go ahead and insert the SD card into the Pi, then the USB controller, then connect the HDMI cable to the Pi and then to the TV, and when you're all set, plug the power supply into the Pi and it will boot up automatically. The first thing you'll see is a controller setup screen, so tap and hold one button on your controller, then follow the on-screen directions to set up the rest of the buttons. If your controller doesn't have some of the buttons, go ahead and just press and hold any button to skip that setting. So at this point, RetroPie is technically set up, but all you can really do is mess around with some of the settings. If you're not connected to your home network with an Ethernet cable, go ahead and set up Wi-Fi in this menu now. Otherwise, it's time to transfer some games over. So back on your main computer, you probably have some ROM files downloaded, which are your games. You'll automatically see the Raspberry Pi as a shared computer on your network. So all you need to do is navigate to the ROMs folder and drag any ROMs you have over to the corresponding system. Now you can head back to your Raspberry Pi and start playing games. Your controller can navigate all the menus and do all that kind of stuff, and it can also do some special actions with hotkeys. For example, you can press Select and B at the same time to restart a game. You can press Select X at any time to enter an advanced menu with a bunch of additional settings. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff in here. We have an advanced guide on Lifehacker that you can check out to see a lot of its different stuff and what all these different settings mean. You can also press Select and R at the same time to save a game at any point, and then you can press Select L to load that at any point. And finally, you can press Select and Start at the same time to head back to the main RetroPie screen. And that's it. You're now ready to retro game away. Head over to Lifehacker for more setup details and plenty of advanced guides.